And a good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network and our continuing coverage of youth and prep sports. This a wonderful morning. We got Little League softball on hand here in the sectionals at District 2 sectionals between Beachside and Port St. Lucie Little League. Caleb Brown here, going to bring you all of the action today. We'll be covering, for those who are watching, we will be covering Beachside. They reached out and contacted us and asked if we'd be willing to come stream their sectionals tournament. We said yes, we would. And the sponsors, we like to give a thank you to for allowing us and making it possible for us to be out here. Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin' Coffee Chicks. Beachin' Coffee Chicks is a food truck style coffee. It's a coffee truck for the weekly schedules of where they will be stopped at every day. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, where they post their schedules weekly for where they'll be throughout the week. And again, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service, landscape design and everything, lawns. Any kind of lawn service you need, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service can complete it for you. Information for both are at the bottom of your screen. So again, Beachin' Coffee Chicks and Kevin's Complete Lawn Service. As you see the plate meeting happening back there behind home plate. Hope everyone's having a great start to their 4th of July weekend. Look, I know 4th of July is on a Tuesday, but, you know, as we all know, it's 4th of July weekend. It's the weekend before 4th of July. There's going to be a lot of prepping done. There'll be a lot of dads and people working on patios and doing extra cleaning because, you know, Tuesday night, because America, throw meat on the grill and you blow a bunch of stuff up. But we might have an early 4th of July show in the fireworks that are going to be happening between these two squads. I was watching Port St. Lucie take their practice cuts prior to the game, and they look like they have some hot bats. And this Beachside squad, we didn't get a chance to see the 10, 11, 12 division Beachside girls. Didn't get a chance really to see them, so this is our first time getting a look at them. We covered their 8, 9, 10 team last weekend in the district tournament. So let's go ahead and give you a rundown of both squads. First, for Port St. Lucie, if I can flip my book around, because, you know. For Port St. Lucie, batting first and the pitcher, number 00, Brianna Hudson. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 22, Bella Ferrero. Sorry, check that, Bella Ferro. Batting third, playing left field, number 1, Leah Race. Batting fourth, Dewia Sanchez. Playing third base, number 11. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 3, Ediana Martin. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 2, Aubrey Traveler. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 28, number 21, Allie Luque. Batting ninth, an extra hitter, number 24, Maddie Lavasseur. Batting 10th, number 44, Jalen Smith. Batting 11th, Gabby Oliver, number 13, playing right field. And the final hitter to round out the rotation for Port St. Lucie is Michaela Serbia, number 23, again an extra hitter. Now let's give you a tour around the defense for Beachside Little League. Yeah. For Beachside, from third to first, you have Reagan. Number 77, Peyton Thomas, playing first base. And playing second base is number 14, Miriam Stewart. Your shortstop is number 11, Salone Kerr. And in the outfield, you have number 24, Olivia Troy. Number 10, Raylan Przbilek. And who's in left field? Number 1, Finley Parker. So here we go. Beachside will take the bottom half of the inning. And Port St. Lucie will come to bat. Call for balls in. This will be your view all day here, folks, right down the third base line. And coming up first to bat for Port St. Lucie, number 00, she is the pitcher, Brianna Hudson. And here's the pitch. In there for strike one. Is Layla Cockrell. Cockrell in the circle for Beachside. And her battery mate is Lilia Stewart. Cockrell. The pitch. That one outside for ball two. Count is 2-1. Here we go. Cockrell loads and pitch. That one in, and that's ball four. As Hudson will take first on the ball. Next up to bat, Bella Farrow. Farrow steps in to bat. That one in there for strike one. That's now back-to-back at batters, where first pitch strike is called. And Hudson takes second on the stolen base. So now runner on second, no outs. Cockrell with the pitch. And that one's going to be popped up into center field. And that one's going to be trouble. And there goes Farrow. Bella Farrow avoids the tag, gets a stand-up double. And now runners at second and third for Mia Penez, the catcher. Check out. It's Sanchez. Sanchez is up to bat. And that one's going to be slapped over. That'll be fair inside the first base line. One run will score. And Port St. Lucie will score 2 runs on the 2 RBI double, and Port St. Lucie jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Cockrell. Port St. Lucie, I said, watching them in warm-ups, they had bats. So 2 doubles and a walk and a stolen base. That one foul. Now this is Mia Penez. Check that's number 11. This is Sanchez. I missed. Leah Race hit that double. And there's a grounder over to short. Tries to get the lead runner at third. She is safe. And on the throw, Port St. Lucie likes to run the bases. All right, so Race had the double. She's at third. And Mia is up to bat now. Promise we'll get ourselves in the hit. That one in the dirt. And Port St. Lucie's going to try to score another run. And they do. It's now 3-0 Port St. Lucie. An eventful first inning here. Port St. Lucie said they want to get aggressive and they want to go early. 3-0 Port St. Lucie on top. No outs. Runner on third. Sanchez over on third. Mia, grounder over to second. Throws to first for out number 1, but next up, Edion Martin. Sanchez will score. Cockrell. And there's another hit over to short. The first for 1. That's a misplay. And Martin. That was going to be a close play. I'm going to go ahead and give her the hit. So she got a single and then advanced on the throw to second. That would have been a tough play. So Cockrell, the next batter, that one is fouled off. That's Aubrey Taver. Aubrey Taver fouls one off for strike 1. As the umpires, we have 4 umpires out today that are all. And after confirmation, it is a strike. So 1 out. Aubrey Tavern. Low for ball 1. Count is 1-1. Cockrell steps, fires. And that count is now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here in the top of the first, 2 doubles hit by Port St. Lucie and a walked batter have all come in to score. And that one's going to go over the third baseman's head. Good job getting the ball in. Try to get the play at second. And there's a double. Another run scored for Port St. Lucie. Another RBI double. And Port St. Lucie's up 4-0. One out here, and that one's high for ball one. Next up to bat, number 21, Ali Luque. And that's going to be high for ball two. Luque, one of the shorter girls on the field, so that strike zone slims down. And that ball's going to get away. Coach is going to send her over to home. And it's 5-0 Port St. Lucie on a single. That's a single for Luque. And Beachside just seemed to just be a couple defensive miscues. Don't get me wrong, Port St. Lucie has been on fire with the bat. They're hitting the ball hard. It's just, fortunately, mistakes happening. That one low and in the dirt. And Luque will take second on the steal. One out here. And that's going to be a dribbler up the third base line. Will roll foul. So Luque on second. And this is Maddie Levasseur. That one high for ball four, and that's the second walk of the inning. And that's ball one. So she'll take that's Jalen Smith, an extra hitter, with runners at first and third. Runners at first and third, one out for Jalen. That one's low, and runner will advance over to second. So now second and third, one out. 5-0 here for Port St. Lucie. And that's ball four. Bases are loaded. Gabby Oliver, the right fielder, coming up to bat. And Oliver, bases loaded, one out situation. A chance to really blow the game open right here. Can Cockrell get out of this jam? Swing and a miss for strike one. Count is 1-1. That one low, but framed really well by the catcher. Count is 1-2. Bases loaded. 1 out. That one is going to be, that one's going to be ruled foul. Wait. Ball's thrown away. 1 run scores. So Port St. Lucie up 6-0 and an out called. So it's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Next up to bat, Michaela Serbia. And Serbia will take ball 1. Runners on second and third. And there's strike 1. Count is 1-1. And there's a chopper over to short, throws to first, and secures out number 3. So, an eventful first inning, great hot bats by Port St. Lucie. They send 12 to the plate as we head to the bottom of inning number 1 with your score, Port St. Lucie 6, Beachside with work to do. All right. So an eventful first inning, first half inning for Port St. Lucie. Their bats got hot really quick.
We'll know what's up, man.
How will Beachside respond? And look, pitcher. Layla Cockrell. She wasn't throwing bad pitches. I mean, she was putting the ball over the plate. Especially 2 runners on, she was putting the ball over the plate. She's just got to have a little help from her defense. But now time to get the bats going out. Now here's where you get the chance to help your cause here, babe. And first up for Beachside is going to be number 13, third baseman. Is Reagan. As pitcher
Over here, make sure everybody knows.
is Brianna Hudson for Port St. Lucie, and her battery mate, the catcher. Find out who the catcher is. Hudson fires first pitch in there for strike 1. That one low for ball 1. Hudson has a really quick release. She really comes from that shoulder. I mean, just look at that. That is a quick wind up and release. Bounces in the dirt for ball 2. Count is 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike two. And that one fouled back to the gate. Count will remain at 2. Waits. Swing and a miss for strike three. And that'll bring up number 14, Miriam Stewart. And in there for strike one. And Hudson here working efficiently. The ball in the dirt for ball one. Starting out with that first pitch strike, really setting the tone. And trying to get him to chase outside, it looks like. And that one's going to be tipped foul. Tried to slap that one down the third base line. All right, here we go. All right. She sits down on strikes. Let's up the down. Olivia Troy. All right. Sorry, fix the sound there for a second. First pitch in there to Olivia Troy. Strike one. Strike two. Two strikes, nobody on, 2 outs. And that one high, tried to get her to go upstairs a little bit but Troy didn't take it. Troy said, nope, not today. Count is 1-2. That one outside for ball two. Troy has now battled back to a 2-2 count. And that one just down the middle for strike three. 3 up, 3 down, all 3 strikeouts for Hudson. We head to the top of inning number 2 with your score. Port St. Lucie 6, Beachside with work to do. All right, folks, we are back live from Max Rhodes Park. And I was informed I missed a run in the first inning, so it is 7-0 Port St. Lucie. Again, I missed a run, and for that I do apologize. Cockrell getting her warm-up tosses. She's not pitching bad. She's getting the ball over the plate, and like I said, she hopefully she can get some help from her defense. Two and 0. It's now 3 and 0. To Brianna Hudson, pitcher to pitcher matchup. Last time Hudson was up, she was walked. And she will be walked again. Next up is number 22, Bella Farrow. Coach Roberts giving his instructions. That one's high. And Hudson thought about taking second, as she did last time. She came all the way around to score last time, stealing bases. That one in the dirt, and Hudson is going to take off for second. But it was a walk, so runners on first and second, no out here in the top of the second. That'll bring up to bat Leah Race. Cockrell with the pitch in the dirt. And there's the double steal. Tried to get Hudson there at third. Unfortunately, unsuccessful. So now second and third, both runners in scoring position for Leah Race. No outs. And that one's going to be a slapper. Gets past the shortstop. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Hudson and Farrow come in to score, and that is a 2 RBI single for Leah Race. And Mia Perez, check that, Perez. First ball gets by, and it's 9-0. Port St. Lucie Little League. They are aggressive on these bases. And they got some bats, too. That one's popped up. Just missed the glove of second baseman. So, Race advances to third. Perez advances on the single. Now it's Sanchez up to bat. And that one gets away from the catcher. Sometimes it's just hard to wake up in the morning. And that one's going to be a grounder. Takes a hop over the second baseman's glove. 2 runs score. And it's now 11-0 Port St. Lucie. Next up, number 3, Ediana Martin. Looks in there. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. That is slapped over to second. Over to first for out number 1. Perez will advance to third. And that's an out. I'll bring up number 2. Aubrey Travern. That pitch high. 2 balls, no strikes. That one popped up. 1 out. Runner at third. 1 out. Port St. Lucie so far 2 big innings. 7 in the first inning. 4 here so far in the top of the second. Fouled off. And we're back to 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third. Pitch, there's a dribbler over to short. Over to first for 1. And not in time. There's a single. That's an RBI single. It's now 12-0, and it's Ali Luque. Catcher going to try to take the runner and cannot. So advances to second is Trevor. Pass ball gets away, and runner will advance. Taver standing there on third base. The 3-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. And that ball's going to be hit over to second. Over to 1 for out number 2. But a sacrifice RBI. And it's 13-0. Port St. Lucie on top again. They're just putting the ball in play and letting things happen. You know, and that's all coach can ask for. Put the ball in play and make magic happen. Next up to bat, Jalen Smith. Smith with a grounder. That one gets under the shortstop's glove. So 1 on, 2 out. And Gabby Oliver at the plate. First pitch gets by the catcher. Check that was Maddie Lavasseur. This is Jalen Smith. And umpire telling catcher to go get some water as there was something happened at shortstop. Didn't happen to see what. And they're going to have to. Don't know if she did something to her foot, did something to her hand. But they had to take her out. 2 outs. 2-0 count. Runner at second for Gabby Oliver. No, this is Jalen Smith. Sorry, I confused myself with the order. So Smith, the 2-0. Swing and a miss for strike one, and Maddie Lavasseur will take third on the steal. Runner in scoring position. That one's fouled off for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Say it with me if you know the lines at home. Deuces are wild. And that's going to nearly a catch over to first for one, and cannot get it. And there's the out. So she made it to first safe, but she turned the corner. When she turned the corner, that's considered a continuous motion. So that'll be 3 outs. But a run did score. So because she reached first safely, that will count the run. So Port St. Lucie sends 11 batters to the plate here in the second inning with your score. Port St. Lucie, 14. Beachside with work to do. All right, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin' Coffee Chicks. Beachin' Coffee Chicks is a coffee truck that posts their schedule every week on Facebook and Instagram. Find them Beachin' Coffee Chicks on Facebook or Instagram. And for Kevin's Complete Lawn Service, well, anything that has to deal with lawn service, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service has all your needs. In there for strike one to the batter, number 77. Wait a minute. Nope, not 77. Try 73, Rowan G. That one will hit her. And Rowan G will head to first on the hit by pitch. And look, and that's where you start. You get base runners. That's what you need right now. Right now, you need base runners. Right now, just slowly chip away. Coming up next is number 23. Tora Troy. Hudson fires. That one low for ball one. They are trying already. The catcher there fired down to first as Rowan G had. And that one's going to be slapper over to second for one. And they're going to just go ahead and get the lead runner. So 1 out. And Troy will advance on the fielder's choice. Finley Parker, the left fielder, coming up to bat. Parker looking to lay down the bunt. And when I tell you, Port St. Lucie was ready for it. That first baseman went flying down the first baseline. The left fielder was covering first. They were ready. In there for, and that one's going to get thrown away. And that's the danger, throwing that ball around. And they're going to throw to third to make sure she doesn't get much more past that. But Troy advances to second on the throwaway. And Parker now has an opportunity with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the second. Hudson steps up, fires. Strike two, count as 1-2 with 1 out. Troy awaits on second base. Swings at a pitch high, and that's strike 3. She'll go down on strikes. That's 2 outs. Salone Kerr, number 11, coming up to bat. Runner on second, 2 outs for Kerr. Hudson steps, fires. That one's going to be fouled off. And I feel bad for that fence pole because that came off tough. She's got a powerful swing. You just see the bat speed. That one outside, and Troy testing it. Troy testing those waters. Hudson steps in, fires. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2 strikes. Count as 1-2. 2 outs. Runner on second. Swing and a miss at a pitch up high for strike 3. So she strikes out 2 that inning. And we head to the top of inning number 3 with your score. Port St. Lucie 14, Beachside with work to do. All right, folks, we are here at the top of the third inning. Port St. Lucie. All right, so for those wondering, Port St. Lucie scores one more run and then gets 3 outs before Beachside puts on a run. That would be game. Strike one for Cockrell. Home plate umpire tells everyone to fix their laces. And that one is high for ball one. Count is 1-1. And that one's going to get to center field. That's going to be a single. For Martin. Nope, not Martin. Try. Catcher's going to try to throw down at second. And a mental mistake there made by Oliver. Michaela Serbia, ball smacked to shortstop and throws over to first. And the umpire over at first had to think about that one. And 2 quick outs here for Beachside. We head back to the top of the order. Brianna Hudson. And that one in the dirt for ball one. So 2 quick outs. A base running mistake made by Port St. Lucie. And that one's going to get through the second baseman. That'll count as a hit. Single there by Brianna Hudson, who's been walked twice. And she gets her first hit of the game. Next up, Bella Farrow. And last time up, Farrow was walked. She has one hit already. She fakes the bunt. And a stolen base there by Hudson. 2 outs. That ball high. Hudson testing. Going to third and returns back over to second base. Farrow swings at a pitch down low, and Hudson will take to third on the drop strike. Count is 2-1. Runner on third, 2 outs. And that's one is fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. If Beachside can get an out here, they can live to play one more inning. And that's a ball. 3-2. Hudson on third. That's a walk. So now runners on the corners. And there's a hit. That'll score the 15th run. So it's 15-0, 2 outs here in the top of the third. And that one's going to go all the way to the fence. 1 run will score. They're going to send the other. 2 runs will score. And we're going to have an inside the park home run. An inside the park 3-run shot. So for Sanchez. Wouldn't it figure we have a Little League home run here in Little League. And the score is now 18-0. I will update the scoreboard soon. Count is 3-0. And this is, so far, that's high for ball 4. Next, we'll bring up number 3, Edion Martin, who will take strike 1. Cockrell just, for Beachside, this has just been a game that just, it got away from him quickly. And here comes a foul ball right into your living room. Hope you all had your gloves ready to get to field that one. Runner at first, kind of testing this defense. And look, why not? You've had some mistakes and things go your way. Why not? 18-0. And that one will be fouled down the first base line. Go ahead and fix the scoreboard now real quick while they're getting that ball. That ball in the dirt. And the throw would have been there, but the ball bounced out of the mitt. And that will keep the runner safe at first base. Cockrell with the pitch. That one's going to be popped up. Calling for it. And that lands fair. That's a fair ball. And while I hate to give errors, that one's going to be an error on the third baseman. That one outside. Base runners both. Vance. And that one's going to go over. That's going to be a hit. They're going to send a runner over to home. And she will cross the plate safely. 1 run will score. That's run number 19. (19-0). As next up to the plate, here is number 12. I don't have a number 12 on my roster. It's because it's not number 12, Caleb. It's number 21. I have a number 21. That's Allie. Over to short. And ball's not caught. And Ali Luque will beat the throw out. And Maddie Lavasseur steps into the batter's box. Runner leaves early, and that will be the third and final out. But your score is 20-0. Beachside needs to score 6 runs in order to keep this game going for one more inning. As we head to the bottom of the third with your score, Port St. Lucie 20, Beachside 0. Welcome back here to Max Rhodes Park. I'd like to thank again our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. Beachin Coffee Chicks is a coffee truck that posts their schedule weekly up on their Facebook and their Instagram. Beachin Coffee Chicks, again, schedules of their locations posted on their Instagram and posted on their Facebook. And Kevin's Complete Lawn Service. Information is at the bottom of your screen. Hopefully you're enjoying great Little League softball action. And Hudson back in the circle for Port St. Lucie. After this game, we'll come back for the 12 o'clock noon game. We will find out their opponent, and so about noon is when game number 2 will start. Hudson fires in there for ball 1. There for ball 2. Hudson fires. That one gets away. Now up is Raylan. Preside Belk. Swing and a miss for strike 1 up high. And it's a full count. Hudson has battled her way back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hudson gets that one foul tipped. Count will remain full at 3-2. as umpires are going to discuss. And that'll be declared a walk. So she gets on, and that'll bring on Layla Cockrell, pitcher versus pitcher matchup. In there for strike one. So 1 on, nobody out. Layla Cockrell at the plate. That one tipped. Swing and a miss for strike two. Count quickly 0-2. Nobody out. Runner on first. Can Cockrell. Oh, check that. That was strike three. So 1 out. It was delayed reaction by everybody. So Cockrell strikes out, and Stewart comes to the plate. Stewart looks at that one. Count is 1-1, 1 out. Got a runner at first. Swing and a miss for strike two. Beachside needs to score 6 runs to be alive to play another inning. And that one is bounced, and runner will take second. That one will be fouled off. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Can Stewart make something happen? Not Stewart. Swing and a miss. That was Lilia Stewart. So 2 strikeouts this inning. Hudson has been on fire today. Bring up the next batter, Peyton Thomas. Thomas swings and misses for strike one. Beachside down to potentially their final out. That is high for ball one. Again, I'd like to thank both of our sponsors, Beach Coffee Chicks. Beach and Coffee Chicks. Find them on Facebook and on Instagram for their weekly schedule of where they will be located. And Kevin's Complete Lawn Service. Leans back, and that one's up and in for ball two. Hudson fires. Swing and a miss for strike two. Their final strike. Can Beachside stay alive? And that one, it missed. And the only reason I know it missed is he said it missed. Full count, 2 outs. And fouls that one off. As Thomas does her best John Travolta impression. No, folks, I promise I'm not going to start singing. Hudson delivers the 3-2 pitch. And that's outside. And Thomas will advance to first. Runners on first and second. And Sienna Wilson comes up to bat. Wilson just gets in there and ready to go. She was looking to get a piece of that one. That one was high, but she was looking to drive that one. Hudson finds her pitch, fires. Wilson, she thought about it. She had that back leg cocked like she was ready to put that one to the fence, if not over it. But it's 0-2. Hudson. Catcher tried to frame that one. I don't know how she held off of that one. Runners on first and second. 2-2 now. And Wilson has battled her way back to a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. What will the turn card be? And strike 3, and that will be the game, folks. Port St. Lucie takes a 20-0 victory. We will be back at noon for Beachside's noon first pitch. Keep it posted right here to the Brevard Sports Network for all the information. For Beachside Little League, for Port St. Lucie, for our sponsors, Kevin's Complete Lawn Service and Beachin Coffee Chicks. I'm Caleb Brown for the Brevard Sports Network. Your final score, Port St. Lucie 20, Beachside 0. See you at 12 o'clock noon right here on the Brevard Sports Network.